my gosh. I'm coming up right now to help with bedtime.
Everything that let us hear the teardrops when I hold your hand. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye.
I have to wait until 7:45 to start the countdown.
In the city, rushing through me. when you need my voice. I'm here when you need my voice. I'm here when you need my voice. I'm here when you need my voice. When you need my voice, I'm here. When you need my voice, I'm here. When you need my voice, I'm here. When you need my voice.
Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Take my hand, I wanna refocus. My son, my music, my
wanna say I love you. I really wanna say I, really wanna say I, really wanna say I love you. I really wanna say I, really wanna say I, really wanna say I love you. Love you, 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 love you.
Thin ice, walking on my own. Playing nice, should I let it go? You said that it would change, but you're going home, and I'm losing hope. Ba-da-da-da-da. But you would never know that I'm still afraid. The things you say are adding numbers to my days. What if you told yourself things would never be the same? Countdown, feel the ticking in my ears. No, is it near the end? Fade out till I disappear. No, 'cause look the other way. Only you face to face. Words they float away when I'm losing the race. 'Cause I can't play this game. 'Cause I'm still afraid. The things you say hiding numbers to my days. What if you doubt yourself? Things will never be the same. Stop the time, 'cause I wanna freeze this moment. Make it mine, hold you close. Now my heart's wide open. When I'm with you, suddenly I feel no pain.
I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing, I'm barely awake. You left me in pieces, there's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. I need an angel after what you did, 'cause you were the devil, you messed with my head. You lied to my mother, you lied to my friends. You said that you'd be there, that this never ends. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. 'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips. You're just a ghost inside my head. Oh, you're just a ghost inside my head. Sometimes you feel weak. The fear you carry inside wakes you up. The overplaying pattern of memory hides your true face. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay by your side in your heart. Whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. Follow the light if you're not sure. Listen to your gut. The right path will come when the time is right. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect, yeah. You will try to match it, don't be sad if you don't make it. You hope for wonders, living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter, you will try to fight the thunder. Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay by your side in your heart. Whatever happens, remember that you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want.
of imagination began with a new art form. Makes me feel I belong to something.
It got me thinking now, should I take it or leave it out? It got me thinking now, and now I'm stuck in this loop again. It got me thinking now, should I take it or leave it out? What would happen if I talk to you? Got a feeling that I get a clue.
Would you be my Fortnite? Would you be my Fortnite? Would you be my Fortnite?
It got me thinking now, should I take it or leave it out? It got me thinking now, and now I'm stuck in this loop again. It got me thinking now, should I take it or leave it out? What would happen if I talk to you? Got a feeling that I get a blue.
Would you be my Fortnite?
What would happen if I talk to you?
Would you be my Fortnite?
Got a feeling that I get a blue. It got me thinking now,
Would you be my Fortnite?
what would happen if I talk to you? It got me thinking now,
Would you be my Fortnite?
what would happen if I talk to you?
Would you be my Fortnite?
You never had any patience. It's like a vision you couldn't see clear. And now life's a conversation. You bet it's only one side of love. I hear you saying, you say you like me better all the way. And I swear that I try, but I was so blind. They say your words hurt if you let them resting and drifting. That was all that I had. But no more, said no more. I faced it. My scars won't have ghosts. No more. You will never love me like I do. I would try to forget you, but I never do. And when I close my eyes, I'll know that you're never by my side. You will never love me like I do. I would try to forget you, but I never do. And when my voice feels so light, maybe I'll be just alright.
Find you. I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting? Would you be waiting? Would you be waiting? Would you be waiting? Find you. I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting? Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. Can't be waiting. Dopamine when you send pictures. When you send pictures. Would you be waiting? Find you. I'm used to waiting. Are you? Would you be waiting there too? I'm used to staying. Would you? Would you be waiting?
I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to hide.
But all I know is what I'm told. This feeling cannot be controlled. Watch the stars when I am gone. Have faith in me, we will behold. The skies are cast, they are foretold. Watch the stars when I'm gone. When I am after all that we've been through, I think it's fair from me to you. Watch it burn as we soar away. Hey, hey. After all is said and done, and I know I am the one. I have waited here forever. But all I know is what I'm told. This feeling cannot be controlled. Watch the stars when I am gone. Have faith in me, we will behold. The skies are cast, they are foretold. Watch the stars when I'm gone. When I am gone.
Help! It's a week.
Hey. Leave that poor boy alone.
And who are you supposed to be, punk?
I'm you, man.
Huh?
I still laugh every time. Like, I don't know what to say. I still laugh every time. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Friday Night Flights. We're trying a new mic this week. Hopefully my audio is a little bit louder. I did some testing and yeah. Just trying to make things happen, folks. Welcome. It's a beautiful Friday night. We finally saw a break in what has been about 72 straight hours. I am not exaggerating, of rain. Here in Toronto, it has been absolutely gross. It started raining Wednesday, early morning, and it has rained consistently until this afternoon. So no sunshine here. But we had some beautiful weather the last couple weeks, so I'll take it for a little bit. The grass is going to be green. The flowers are going to be beautiful. And once the sun does come out, the disc golf courses are going to have some long grass. So hopefully your local parks and rec departments are good at taking care of that kind of stuff, because that can be annoying. The Seattle of Canada. Toronto's not usually crazy rainy. I would not compare it to Seattle because we get some beautiful sunny weather here as well. Vancouver is definitely the Seattle of Canada. It's also strategically located just north of Seattle. So, that works. Hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing night. It's May 23rd. I've been back at work for almost 2 full weeks. I had 2 months off because of my knee, 4 months off because of my knee injury. And let me tell you, returning to a full-time job that most of you guys are used to working is very stressful when you adapt to not being there all the time. I have none of the time I was used to having to, deal with all of my extracurriculars, this being one of them. But I love spending time with you guys so much. I had to make it happen. Just going to fix my light here. There we go. And I had to get in touch with this guy, ladies and gentlemen, and be like, when can we do this month? And he said, Friday, May 23rd, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, May 23rd. What's up, Reese?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
I am pretty freaking fantastic, sir. Had a long day. I've been waking up at 5. Well, I set my alarm for 5:30. My body naturally gets me up at like 10 after 5 because I don't want to wake up my wife with my alarm going off. So like my body knows the trouble I would be in. So it does a good job making it happen naturally.
Smart.
My body, right?
Yeah.
It's good body. Doesn't want to like, so
beat down.
But I've been waking up at like 5:15, getting to the gym at like 5:30, getting my workout in, getting home by 7. And let me tell you, it's hard to get up right away. But if you go and you work out first thing in the morning and you burn all that energy and get all those endorphins, you feel freaking alive for the day, ladies and gentlemen. It is so much easier to take on the things you're taking on. I don't know if it's the workout or the 400 milligrams of caffeine in my pre-workout. It's one of the two of those things. It's one of the two of those things, Reese. But I've been having a really good time. How's one thing Reese and I have in common lately is Reese has been having some fun at the gym too, trying to do some stuff. What have you been working on lately, buddy? How often do you go to the gym?
So I do like full home gym.
There we go.
I have kettlebells, and my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, he was for a time, or he got a master's in like kinesiology or like sports medicine, that kind of path. So he was making workouts for us for like a few years. So I have this like backlog of workouts from a few years ago, like during COVID, that I've just been like kind of recycling, going through. And so a lot of just kind of like kettlebell stuff, like stuff. I do it before work too. We wake up pretty early, like about 5 a.m. and like walk our dogs. And like my wife gets out the door early. So I have like about 30 to 45 minutes to work out in the mornings or stretch or do whatever. So I cram it in, and then I have to, get out the door too. But I just like kind of hurt my back a little bit. So this is my first week of working out and it feels good. It feels good to be back into it.
Kettlebells are great. They're versatile. Kettlebells are great because they're the most adaptable kind of isolated weight where you can use them single-handedly, you can use them double-handed, you can swing them, you can use them for squats, you can use them for deadlifts, you can use them. They're pretty great. I love using kettlebells for shoulder work. There is no other weight that burns my shoulders like a kettlebell, especially if I hold the handle and then let the kettlebell rest on the outside. Try this one. So hold the handle, kind of flex your arm, let the kettlebell rest on the outside of your arm, and then do your shoulder presses that way with the kettlebell on the outside. Both arms, same time if you got two. But like they're so versatile to work different parts of your shoulders. I like using a heavier kettlebell for the back. I think it feels absolutely fantastic. So yeah, man.
Not good for everything, but they can do a lot, which is pretty rad.
My gym split lately has been pretty intense. I'm feeling almost 100% with my knee now, so I'm back to, it's an 8-day split. Is this Hops and Heiser? Only curls you should be doing is lifting that Molson. No Molson tonight, but I got this really good cherry blast vodka soda. So we're rocking that after a long, hard day at work. So I'm on an 8-day split. Now you might say, that's crazy, Brandon. There's only 7 days in a week. How do you rock an 8-day split? It's 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. And that's 3 days of lifting. The 1 day off, I still do cardio. Today was my off day. I ran 5 kilometers, so like 3.2 miles. And then I rode for 30 minutes. Just for cardio, get my heart rate up. But I focus on I do like a push, pull legs on the off days. But on one of my push days, I focus on my chest primarily and my triceps and shoulders secondary. And then on the second cycle, I focus on my shoulders and triceps primary and my chest secondary. And then same thing with back and biceps. And then same thing with my quads and calves and my hamstrings and my glutes. I put calves with quads. I put glutes with hamstrings. I kind of swap everything out. So I'm working everything in a workout, but I'm focusing on the one muscle group on the first week of the set, the first 3 days, and then the second muscle group on the second. It has been the most effective workout split I have ever done when it comes to letting my body recover, because when I work on a primary muscle group, I'm letting it recover for a full 7 days before I give that muscle group the intense workout again. So it's really, really, really nice.
That's wild.
I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing shrinkage in all the right places. Growth in all the right places too, baby.
That's right.
It's a Friday night. And we've got a really unique Friday night flights tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's not just me and Reese. What I'm trying to do on these Hops and Heiser streams lately is, listen, my co-hosts are the greatest co-hosts in the disc golf industry. All right? Reese, Westy, Mayor. If you guys didn't catch that stream with all of us earlier this month, that was an absolute blast. We're going to have to try to do that for Hanging with Hops more often. But when we bring in guests from the community, guests from outside the community, it just adds a different element. So we're really trying to do that more often. And Reese and I think that's something we can do every stream here on Friday Night Flights. People who have contributed in the Disc Golf Valley community, people who can kind of help contribute to the topics we're talking about and give us a real life perspective, which I think is a really cool way to kind of tie everything together in the stream. And tonight, we have someone you guys know probably about what he's done in Disc Golf Valley. He's a how many time Valley player, Reese?
I don't know how many total. At least twice, probably more.
Yeah, at least twice, probably more. He played on Reese's team for a season of Valley. So Reese knows this guy is a heavy hitter, and especially a heavy hitter in the topic we're covering tonight, which is coming up clutch. But outside of Disc Golf Valley, this fishy human being, I got that pun. You got that pun right away, Reese? Right away. Because a cod is a fish. Because, a cod, it's a fish. Oh. So we got Arthur Coddington, ladies and gentlemen. What you might not know about him is this guy is a freestyle Frisbee legend. He's absolutely incredible. He's competed in some of the biggest freestyle Frisbee competitions. And when it comes to coming up clutch in real life, as clutch as you have to be in disc golf sometimes, there's nothing more clutch than having to perform tricks and routines that rely just on crispness and precision and being artistic while doing something so technical. When I first saw freestyle Frisbee, I was like, this was before I tried disc golf. So I was like, this is so stupid. That's probably so easy to do. And they're just dancing around. Then I met a guy in Toronto. His name is Patrick Chartrand. So if we're talking about freestyle, we have to talk about Patrick. Patrick's competed at the World Disc Championships. I mentioned Patrick actually to Arthur tonight, and Arthur was like, "Yeah, I know Patrick." I met Patrick at the Beaches Disc Golf, and before we played disc golf in Toronto, Patrick would have his Frisbee, and he would just be doing the coolest tricks, rolling it off his shoulders, throwing it in the air, spinning around, flipping it under his leg, and almost looking like the disc was just hovering in the air. And it was the coolest thing to see in person. And when I tried to do even one of the tricks he showed me, I looked like such an asshat. So I know how hard it is. And I'm super excited to talk to Arthur. I know Reese has some great questions for him too about his involvement in disc golf as well. Maybe he's dabbled in some chorus design. We'll get to figure out a little bit about that tonight too. Just a little bit, just a little bit. So we're so excited to have Arthur on tonight. And he's going to be joining us in the next few minutes. So we will see him very soon. But Reese, we've got a great play along tonight. So why don't you take... actually, we'll wait to unveil the play along until we get into our players meeting. But why don't you take people through what you were thinking when you picked the courses for our play along this evening?
Totally. So I'm really excited to talk to Arthur, but clutching up is something I've been thinking about a lot. I don't know if you've read the blog that I wrote, Brandon, on the Spinoff website.
I did. How could I not read the blog when you were like, hey, Brandon, by the way, I'm writing a blog. Just by the way, it's going to be on the Spinoff site. So, I mean, check it out, please.
I'm a blogger now, dude. Bro. I'm a blogger, right?
Of course I read your blog.
Shout out to the 2000s. But yeah, so I'm doing another blog on clutching up, and I've been thinking about it. And I think these kind of, it can mean a lot of different things. Sometimes it's bonus strokes. Sometimes it's just executing a difficult shot and like knowing what to do, like how to play it, being in that flow state, and just I don't know. Sometimes you just make it happen. So I felt like this was a good mix of not only like gettable holes, like ones that you could clutch up on and like really dig deep and maybe get like a bonus stroke, but also ones that are like difficult where you're going to be like making some tough decisions and
absolutely
make the right ones, right? So nothing too difficult, but just difficult enough, and it's a little bit of everything, what I'm going for.
All right, well, we're going to go into our players meeting. I'm just trying something really quick.
Do it, man.
See if this helps a little bit with you guys being able to hear me. Everyone's talking about how quiet I am, so I'm going to add some EQ and a little bit of gain to my voice here without breaking the mic. Is that better, everyone? Let me know. I feel like that is 1,000 times better. Your volume is fixed. All it took was me adding a little bit of gain, a little bit of EQ to the mic. There we go. I sound insanely loud in my headphones now, so I am going to turn them down a little bit. 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our players meeting here on Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Spinoff Games. Sheet has a discs, Latitude 64 disc golf. The rules are simple. Hopefully everyone's here to have a great time this evening. Be kind in the chat. Reese, myself, Arthur, we're going to give you some insight in how the best Disc Golf Valley pros attack different aspects of the game. Tonight's aspect is clutching it up. We've got a great play-along design for you. You'll see that on the screen. It's also in the description of the YouTube stream, so you can check that out at any time. And pinned to the top of the chat, the event IDs are going to be so easy going forward, folks. It is the abbreviation of the stream followed by the numerical month and year. For example, tonight's is FNF 0525. FNF 0525. Our bonus ID, COD 0525, ladies and gentlemen. You can put those in now. They are locked. We will unlock them very soon when our players meeting is over. Be a part of our communities at Hops and Reese on Instagram, the Disc Golf Valley players page, or Disc Golf Valley tips. The most incredible disc golf channel, Discord channel I'm a part of, the Global Disc Golf Club. You can get there. And the Global Disc Golf Club website, where you're able to learn anything you need to know about the game, how to build a great bag, what discs some of the top players use, checking out some of the previous stamps that are in the game, being a part of things like Valley, Bogey League, Global League. It is all there, folks. So make sure you bookmark it, give it a check. Shout out to Greg. Peace and love to everyone. Peace and love to Spinoff Games. Without them, these streams would not be possible, folks. check out the new paid event, The Road So Far, with some absolute incredible rewards. The Disc Golf Masters Supporters Pack and the playtest is now live. If you've got a PC, folks, and Steam, you can head to the Steam store and get the pre-release of Disc Golf Masters. Check it out. It is a ton of fun. Accurate Sticky Vandal with a beautiful stamp in the shop this week. Collection 2.0 is now in the hands of the testers. I got a quick look at it this morning. We've been given some feedback. They are making some tweaks, and I know the team is so excited to get that out to you guys very, very soon. We've got some amazing prizes for tonight. First keyword, caffeine. As suggested by, I believe, Ryan Cochran. CAFFEINE. CAFFEINE. We've got a brand new Friday Night Flights wheel we're going to spin for you here with 2 new slices, the respin and the pass it on. They will add a fun dynamic to our wheel. Some incredible prizes courtesy of Spinoff Games, Hops and Heiser, and Latitude 64. If you win a prize, send us an email, prizes@hopsandheiser.com. That's prizes@hopsandheiser.com. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. We've got our donations draw. We could use all the support in the world right now to keep these incredible streams going. What do you get for supporting us other than the gratification of rewarding some very hardworking gentlemen? You get a single ticket in our draw at the end of the stream for a $5 donation. For a $20 donation, you get 5 tickets in our draw. And for a $50 donation, you get 12 tickets in our draw, plus some incredible Hops and Heiser goodies like a premium plastic Hops and Heiser disc, some Hops and Heiser minis, stickers, pins, all that fun stuff. So thank you all so much for your support. We've got one of the best donations draw prizes we've had in a while, courtesy of Reese Height, ladies and gentlemen. Our top prize tonight is a 2025 Worlds Project Grip Fuse. If you have never felt one of these Project Grip discs, you do not even know. This is one of the best plastics I've ever felt from any disc golf company. I throw a Grace with this in my personal disc golf bag, and you see some signatures on that disc. Those signatures, ladies and gentlemen, are from the Spinoff Games team. What an incredible donations draw prize. With that, you're going to get your choice of disc of the week, and we're going to be giving second and third place in our donations draw tonight a $25 Latitude 64 gift card and their choice of disc of the week as well. What an incredible night. Let's have some fun. As I said, FNF 0525, Ham's Horrors, followed by Mark's Madness, Run It, and Tight Lines. It's going to be a good one, folks. Our bonus round tonight, Catch the COD. You're going to clutch it up and throw it in. 2 epic mentalities to having a great disc golf round. You see those discs on the bottom, because anyone who ties or beats Arthur Coddington tonight in our bonus round is going to get that Fishbowl Accurate Sticky River, a disc from Arthur's bag. And 15 people are going to get an Accurate Sticky Harp with that Friday Night Flight stamp. The winner of the bonus round is going to get to put their choice of mold and attributes on that beautiful fishbowl. Catch the COD tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a great time. Reese and Arthur, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Friday Night Flights. Where did Reese go? Reese just disappeared.
I just saw him in the waiting room.
Reese, did you disappear? 1 second. Yeah, Reese disappeared. It's okay. He'll be back. What's up, Arthur?
Hey, Brandon. How's
Ladies
it going?
and gentlemen, live on the Hops and Heiser stream, we've got this guy, Arthur Coddington.
Great to be
First time on the stream. He's hanging out with us. Hey, Reese is back.
Back.
What's
up? Right. Back in Frozen.
And is he frozen now? Oh, Reese. Reese.
Oh my
You
gosh.
see, Reese, you have three red bars for your connection, which means connection es not muy bueno. That was not muy Spanish at all. We're having some Reese connection issues right now. We'll get that figured out, folks. But we got Arthur here, and it is his first time joining us here on Friday Night Flights. You guys know him. You guys love him. So, Arthur, first thing to clear up. We said this in your intro, but we weren't quite sure. How many seasons of Valley have you participated in?
4.
4.
So all of the ones where it was officially Valley, there was a season 0. I wasn't around.
Every official Valley season, this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Coddington. And my second question for you tonight, Arthur, is how much pressure are you feeling about this bonus round?
Some. Yeah, playing on the stream. It's kind of like walk the walk of the clutch up, so we'll see how it goes.
Donate to Reese's upgraded internet fund. Reese, I think you need to try to disconnect and reconnect because it is choppy as hell, my brother. I don't know if you can even hear us. But yeah, we're here to have some fun tonight. First thing we're going to do is unlock our play along, ladies and gentlemen. FNF 0525. And our play along tonight is a lot of fun. Ham's Horrors, Marksman of Madness, Run It, and Tight Lines. All 4 rounds have been unlocked. You guys can get in there and you guys can start playing. It's time to have some fun here on Friday Night Flights. What we're going to do, as always, we're going to give you some time to start having some fun, start playing our play along. And then at about 9:40 tonight, we'll start our Catch the COD bonus round. It is only 2 rounds long. We're going to give you 15 minutes for each one. We'll give you guys half an hour to get that done. I think that is more than enough time for clutch it up and throw it in. Throw it in's a pretty short layout anyways. So you guys will be able to have some fun. I think it's going to be a great time. And we're going to get to know Arthur a little bit more. So first off, it looks like we might have Reese back in some limited capacity. Reese, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you guys. Can you see me, hear me?
Moderately, not as good as normal, but
okay. Bear with me, I'm troubleshooting.
Oh, it's your connection in Video Ninja. If you see it in the panel, it's red and then sometimes it goes to yellow, but I don't know if it's necessarily your internet. Maybe your wife's streaming 8K Netflix on your 90-inch curved TV. Reese probably hardly watches TV. That's why I said that, everyone. How much TV do you watch in a week, Reese?
I don't know. I just binged season 2 of The Last of Us this week. So,
good show.
I'm getting into it.
Good show. So let's ask you the standard questions, Arthur. We ask some people to start to get to know them as they come hang out on the stream. First one being, how the heck did you find this wacky game we call Disc Golf Valley?
I'm in the Simon wave. So I saw his first videos about it and was like, do I want to risk getting addicted to a video game? And opened it up and here I am.
I love it. And I'm tripping out when Reese fades away and comes back. Sorry, Reese. So the Simon wave, that's awesome. And when you first found the game, what was it about the game at that stage that kept you wanting to come back? Because let's be honest, there wasn't half of the stuff that there is now. What was it for you?
I'm super competitive, so it gave me goals in the game, and it took a lot of reps for me to master even the smaller number of courses that they had at the time.
Absolutely.
And then I think maybe it was one of your videos where you got together all the top players at the time, and I saw, oh wow, the rounds that I thought were good are 6 strokes not good, and it gave me another goal.
I remember sometimes on the early streams seeing players like Drano, Shane Partridge shoot 5-6 strokes better on a single round than some people sometimes, and it's just it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair to do that. So, and we still got people like that. We still got people like that on stream, like Fergie, who just comes out of nowhere and it's yeah, I just felt like winning tonight. I'm pretty sure he
It's
might
good
have
to
said
know
that to
it's
me
possible,
once. Yeah.
and then you can just figure out whether you want to go for it.
Caffeine is the keyword. I'm feeling it. I'm still buzzing from everything today, folks. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun tonight. Reese is gonna play along with us too. We're gonna do something really cool tonight too. If any of you guys use Twitch, share your Twitch ID in the chat. We've got a really cool screen that Charlie designed for us specifically so Isaac and Reese could play each other. And then what I realized is, hey, now we can use that and show some people that are watching live on the stream and show their gameplay when they're playing in the play along, when they're playing in the bonus round. So if you've got Twitch set up and you know how to use it and it's easy for you, then get it in, send us your Twitch ID, and let us know what's happening. So, yeah. Amy, what's up? Long time no see. Hope you're doing awesome. So I know Reese has a couple questions for you. Reese, do you have what's your first question you've been dying to ask Arthur? Oh, by the way, Arthur, Reese suggested we had you on the stream probably like 6 months ago. It was like a while
ago, yeah.
It was honestly, it was a while ago, and then there was one point where stuff was happening and we didn't have the streams for a while. And then after last week, we had a gap, and he didn't even have to remind me. I think he was excited when I was like, oh, by the way, I asked Arthur if he wanted to be on the stream, and he said yes. And Reese was like, oh, sweet. So
yeah, it seemed to all happen very quickly. I was like,
that's amazing.
I wrote some comment, and you were like, you should come on the show.
Yeah.
And here we are.
It just reminded me that Reese was like, we really have to have him on. It'd be so cool to pick his brain. So, Reese, I'm going to let you start doing that. What would you like to ask this guy right here?
All right. So, Arthur and Brandon, I don't know if you knew this. He was on the Val League team with me. We won that season. So, he's a champion of Val League.
Ooh.
Beanie birdies.
Yeah. So, he went hard. He was clutch when it mattered, really. So, got to shout him out for that. Dream team. So, I really want to know, you were talking in the Discord about how you were on course with interview.
Is he all? Sorry, Reese. 1 sec. Is he all chopped up for you too, Arthur? Or can you?
Yeah, the audio was lagging a bit. If you could repeat the question.
No, he's all frozen now.
I heard something about the Champions Cup.
Oh no.
All right, Reese wrote this question, but I'm going to ask it to you. So pretend I'm Reese asking you this question. I wish I had a beanie to put on, or something like that. So working with Leonard Muse on the Champions Cup course. So people probably don't know this, but this guy beside us right here got to work on the Champions Cup course. Tell us what that experience was like. How did you get involved in that? And yeah, we'd love to know.
Yeah. So I've known Leonard forever. He's an awesome person. And a couple years ago, I just casually mentioned, hey, I was talking to a high school friend about the courses we used to make up as kids, and got me thinking about maybe learning about what it takes to put together a modern course. And so he was like, sure, you should come down on visits to me to the sites. And so he includes a lot of people in his thought process. And I think the best word that someone used for it was like an apprentice course designer. And so so he would bring us out to Swenson, and we would exchange ideas and problem solve and imagine variations on the courses that the course and where it should go.
Oh, I love that. That is so cool. And what was one of your favorite parts of that experience? I'm sure there was just so much cool stuff that happened that it's like hard to narrow it down. So if you can't narrow it down to one, just like what were some of the best parts of that experience for you?
So, well, one is just simply Leonard taking people seriously. So just being heard of, like, there's all these raw ideas being exchanged, and not all of them are going to make the cut. But I always felt heard, and I always felt like there was a really constructive back and forth on where things should go. So that'd be like the core people-to-people experience. And then seeing people play some of the holes that I had a contribution to is kind of cool.
That is like, that's got to be so cool, especially when like
Yeah.
you were helping design it and like contributing to it, and it's like, oh, you know, if someone hits this, it's going to be like really tough for them. And then you're watching it and you see someone hit like that one tree and you're like, I knew that was going to happen. We've got Reese back in full force, by the way. Reese, you look like you're in like 4K now. So Reese went outside. He got off the stream. He went outside. He's like, stop streaming Planet Earth in 8K on our 90-inch TV.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
That's what it was, dude. 4K dog videos.
Like videos for your dog? Like your dog was watching Netflix?
No, like, you know, America's Funniest Home Videos. It's okay.
Oh, man.
But yeah. But
So,
yeah, but I missed half of that, so we won't have to double back. But yeah, that is just super rad. It's super rad. I heard Leonard Muse on the Fish Golf broadcast, and that was really rad just to hear how seriously he takes it. Sounds like he was just busting it out there to design this thing.
But he's like, okay, so
yeah.
imagine this year he had almost 36 holes for Champions Cup. He has hundreds more holes in his database that he's imagined, and he does all sorts of data, and he just, you know, he has this amazing design mind, and he's also really diabolical in how he lines up the holes to the wind as well. So I heard Eagle and Simon talking on their podcast about the winds at Swenson, and I was like, yeah, it was windy, but you were feeling it more because Leonard was making it blow the wrong direction for you.
That
So
is
he has
just
this
so,
knack of
I love that. It's super clever. It's really interesting to me too that the wind is steady, like it comes from one direction too. So yeah, to deliberately design a hole. Yeah, because he likes angles, right? So like someone's trying to hit a certain angle and it's maybe with like a bad crosswind or something. So like what's the one, hole 17 or 16 that had like the double Mando, where they're laying up and then they're throwing through it.
That the new hole?
Yeah.
That was a really fun one
to
watch get formed.
Yeah, that's really cool stuff. I love that. It reminds me of like I went to school for music, and we were always told, oh yeah, when you're writing an album, you know, the professionals always are writing like 60 songs, 70 songs, and they're choosing like the 10 best because you want it to be like that good.
100%, dude. 100%.
I love that he's doing that for the course. It isn't just like, well, we got 18 holes. It's like, no, like I want enough to pick literally like the best of the best, which
and with the OTB Open, he's taken it seriously because it's a tour event, and then you see him stepping up also for the major of the Champions Cup. Like, okay, we're working with the same property, but let's take it to the next level if we can.
For sure, that's what's up. I think they nailed it. I'm glad. Yeah, I think for a major in a kind of one-off location, it was just really good. So, yeah.
I got to see some of it. It was fun watch.
Must have been good. Yeah, I wish I could go to a major. Well, yeah. Later I will, I guess, but yeah, rad.
Heard something about
man. So I'm really curious, obviously, and I don't know if Brandon dropped the number, but you're the 16-time world champion, which is like just bonkers to me. Because like
I didn't know it was 16 times. That is insane.
Dude, he's out champion Climo, dude. Like, get a load of this guy. So it blows my mind.
You're rivaling my good personal friend Elaine King there, Arthur. That is crazy.
And here's the thing that I will add to that around, like, none of those are age group world championships. They're all open division, open like all ages.
That's nuts.
And it's only the world championships. So there's other major titles in there. But I kind of like, I only count the world championships.
Do you put your eggs in like that basket? Like that's like the most important to you. So you're gonna be working on a routine for the better part of the time you could be preparing for other competitions.
Yeah. So like, I'm not competing anymore, but
yeah,
at the time I was training for it. It would be sort of like, okay, Worlds are in Medellin, Colombia in October. What do we need to do to get ready for that? And it's going to be like 10, 11 months in advance to figure out like the ideas for the routine, and then to like, can we even pull anything off? And it's a lot of work. It's a gradual formation of the routine, which is, when I say routine, it's at the time I was playing, you had 4 minutes to do your best stuff to music, and it's most teams are planning it, so you're being judged on your composition and the difficulty and how you pull it off.
Can we talk about this mindset you have here on your website? I resonate with this so much when it comes to the transformation I've experienced with like my own health and my fitness. The difference between being a hardcore, as you write, I'll call them a try hard sometimes, and being driven. So for you, like, I love that mentality. So let me ask you a little bit about, how did you develop that mindset? Did you learn that from someone else? Is it something you experienced from somewhere, obviously outside of the Frisbee world? It's probably the way you live your life, right? But how did you start kind of like thinking that way? And then when you talk about being driven, what are the things that help make driving yourself sustainable? How do you make sure you don't push yourself too hard and gas out, right? Because that's something I think that happens to a lot of people when they mistake those two things of being hardcore and having drive.
Yeah, I have burned out a couple times in freestyle and stepped away from competition, and each time it's been a really positive thing because I've come back. And the sport, when I say the sport, it's both casual play and competitive play. The sport has been a different experience for me. So the driven part, if I like rewind all the way to childhood, there's probably a lot of things around, my family and extended family of like trying to do your best. But in terms of freestyle, I was fortunate to connect with a peer named Dave Lewis, and we just had a fascination with getting better. This is like early 1990s, and we would just play all the time and try to get better as fast as we could. And we did have this dream of winning a world championship. And we just we were both hardcore and driven. Like we were full of ourselves, and we were doing the work. And it did pay off, and we won a lot of world championships together. But we did also have moments where we did take it too far. Of like we had too much try hard, and not enough discipline, and not enough of like the boundaries of performance that you need to actually win a lot.
I think for me, that's with that philosophy and that mindset, one of the biggest things I've had to learn is how to assess you almost have to like have two limits in every situation. You have to have your first limit where you're uncomfortable, but you're not damaging yourself. That's the limit you have to push through to be driven, in my opinion. It's like that primary one. And then there's that second limit, the limit where it's like, okay, like this is the real limit where you need to start thinking about yourself, and you need to start thinking about your care, whether it's a physical thing, whether it's a mental thing. Like when I'm at the gym and I'm like doing a set of something and I'm feeling that burn, and like I'm getting to the last couple reps, and like the burn is bad and I've got four reps to go, but it's just the burn, and like that's that first limit. If my knee starts to hurt, or if I'm benching and my shoulder feels off or starts to tweak, that's when I drop the weight right away, and I'm like, this is the limit where if I try too hard to push through it, I'm going to hurt myself, or I'm going to do some damage. And I think you can apply that to so many different things. I know, Reese, you probably have to apply that with your creativity sometimes. Like you probably push yourself so hard sometimes to like think of new ways to do things, new things to add when you're creating and stuff. And then you hit that mental block sometimes because you push yourself so hard.
I was just talking this through with my wife last weekend because I felt kind of like overwhelmed. Because I love hobbies, right? Like to me, it's like skills. So Disc Golf Valley is one of those. But like I'm doing this blog now. Like that's a little extra thing. I'm doing this printmaking. That's a creative kind of outlet. I still crochet, I have like responsibilities too around the house, like my dogs, like that's like basically a hobby. There's just all these interests I have that take my attention. I was talking to her about just like I need to like declutter my life. Like I feel like there are things that I was describing as like junk food, and I don't know if you even can feel this way within a discipline of like
Such a good
and maybe
analogy.
it's like the multiplayer of Disc Golf Valley, right? Like I'm practicing, but I'm just playing a bunch of multiplayer. It's like junk food, right? It's not real practice, but you can kind of like write it off as like you're within your discipline. So I feel like I have these creative outlets that don't challenge me. Like I can make beanies and koozies and stuff, and it's easy. I know what I'm doing. It's autopilot. But to really work on like a piece of art is totally different than that. And so I think like for me, it's about like, I know this isn't really related to the original topic anymore, but like, yeah, I want to push myself, but I want it to be actually pushing myself, not like a kind of cop out, something I'm comfortable with. I want to have maybe like a little bit of everything, right? I want to be honest with myself about,
I think that 1,000% resonates to the topic though, because I think that's the mindset you have to take when you're clutching up, right? You know who didn't clutch up this year? The Toronto Maple Leafs. Had to drop one of those in there as a Canadian. But you know what they didn't have? And it's funny. My father-in-law said this, and I've heard other people say this too, is they don't hate losing enough, right?
Oh my gosh.
And it honestly, it kind of resonates with that mindset you were talking about, where it's like, that's that level you need to kind of be able to push it past to perform in those situations. And that's the mindset you need to take to perform in those situations, because a lot of the time what's normally good isn't going to be good anymore, right? And you gotta crank it up a little bit. So I get it. I 100% get it.
That really makes me, Arthur, something I really wanted to ask you. So I know to be as good as you are at something, you're holding yourself accountable. But I think, this is true for me. I'm sure it's true for other people. It's really easy to hold yourself accountable in like a self-deprecating way. Just like, oh, like you're such an idiot. Like how could you be so dumb? Like, how could you do that? How could you make that mistake? And, disc golf and Disc Golf Valley and like other disciplines are, we're self-coaching in a lot of ways. So there isn't somebody to say, to give us that like dose of positivity or to reframe it. So I want to know kind of how you do that for yourself, maybe within Freestyle, but also Disc Golf Valley. How do you hold yourself accountable, but in a kind of healthy way?
Yeah. So this has also evolved over the years, but finding different ways to express what I'm feeling after it happens is important. So like, rather than kicking myself for making a mistake, let's talk about like in real life disc golf, where I am not the best putter. So if I miss a putt, instead of getting mad at myself for missing the putt, I might say, oh, I wish I hit that. I wish I threw that. Or, oh, that one was online, but a little high. So like giving myself credit for what I did well, and then noticing without judgment what I might need to work on. So that's where it is right now. And it's like with every human, it's imperfect. So I still get mad when I miss stuff in Disc Golf Valley and when I miss putts. But to try to bring more of the neutral observer point of view, and also being your own champion when you can.
That is really interesting to be like so objective. But is that, do you feel like that helps you, I guess, like stay in that flow state maybe? Like, do you feel like being an observer, I don't know. It's a very like meditative kind of perspective, isn't it? Right? Like,
yeah, I think you do this really well, having seen self-narrated rounds that you do. I think as you're describing, like to our Valley team, what you were doing, you would let go. Like you would go like, oh, that didn't work. Okay, but now here's what we need to do. And it was like separated out from the emotion. And absolutely, you and I both know that there was emotion in some of those rounds, but you were really good at just moving on.
Yeah. True. No, I think that's great. I think like because I feel if you're watching Bamananam or Aaron Christensen, I wish there was times that they're talking themselves down. I wish we should be like, it's okay, like it's just like one little thing, or it was a good shot and it was just bad luck, so
and there's also like you see this in pro disc golf as well, like a calibration of like what is actually likely to happen versus unlikely to happen. Like, were you really likely to make the 65-foot putt, or was that a long shot? And should you really be upset that you missed the 65-foot in real life putt?
Yeah.
Or should you just be going like, I wish that went in. I tried. I used all of the work that I did leading up to this moment to give it my best shot.
I gotta
still be disappointed.
I gotta tell you guys something. This is 3 things, 2 statements and a question. First statement is, it's really hard for me to shut up and just listen to people, but this is the easiest it's ever been in the stream because you are fucking fascinating, Arthur. I feel like we're very similar. I have a very similar mindset too. I do corporate training and stuff for work, and that's kind of my personal focus and philosophy. Is it's not about the results, it's about the mindset you take to get to the results. If you focus too much on the results, then you're gonna fail, right? The second statement is, you've been a PDGA member. You're not a member anymore. Neither am I. So we don't need to talk about why. Since 1994, you have a 4-digit PDGA number that some of us would be jealous of. 2471, folks. So no question for you about that, Arthur. Those were all just statements. My question is, Reese, were you even born in 1994?
92.
Oh, 2 years old.
Well, here's the thing about that. 1994 is just when they started to keep track of that. So I actually got the number before you were born.
There we go. Reese was holding Frisbees before your mama was holding you. Or Arthur was holding Frisbees before Reese's mama was holding him. I love it. I mean, I'm
probably somewhere like
I'm only 5 years older than Reese, so 87? Oh yeah, I wasn't born either then.
OG, man. Total OG.
Dude, and that's
okay, so at Champions Cup,
yeah,
I was walking with some people who were in from Oak Grove, and I was like, do you know Dan Roddick, who's PDJ number 3?
Yeah, Mr. Stork, dude.
And
jeez.
Yeah, and so like I have the privilege of knowing a lot of the true OGs and having been friends with them. So when like 2471, yes, I'm aware that it's really a low number compared to what we got now, but there's some people who are generations of disc play before me that
totally
don't necessarily get the visibility they should.
Reese, your interaction with Boyka in the chat just made me like, I don't know why you guys calling him Boyle makes me laugh so much. I honestly think it's the funniest thing in the world. All right, we need to take a break for a second because we've been having so much fun chatting. We haven't checked in on scores. We haven't really talked about clutching it up in Disc Golf Valley at all. So what I want to do is, we've got Arthur here all night. We've got some time. Reese, have you done any of the play along yet?
No, do I need to just crush some of it real quick?
Yeah, so you want to hop on Twitch and run through a couple holes, talk about how you think about playing clutch when it comes to playing. I think that Ham Toes layout, Randy Puckett, who's in the chat, what up, Ham Toes, would be a great one to get started on. And we'll share Reese's gameplay. If any of you guys are Twitch streaming, share your ID in the chat. We will watch some of your gameplay too. But before we do that, while Reese is getting set up, we're going to do a giveaway. We're actually going to do 2 giveaways because we've been talking for so long. So I'm going to head over to our giveaway screen here. Quick Friday Night Flight stinger. I love this thing. Bus it. Remember when we used to say that, Reese? Bus it. I don't know why we ever said that. That's really stupid. Sounds really dumb. I think that was Reese's idea. I'm just going to put it out there. 57 entries. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, folks. Because if you don't like the stream and subscribe to the channel, you can't get in there. I'll give you a couple more seconds to get it in. We're going to have another giveaway right after. We're going to draw 2 names. those two names are going to get a wheel spin from our brand new Friday Night Flights wheel. First name, ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Harrison. Congratulations, Jamie Harrison. It's time to spin the mother flippin' wheel. Look at this beautiful wheel, everyone. Now, I want to point out a couple tiles on here that are new, just to add some mystique. Like that word, mystique. Spin again. You know what happens when you get that one? Can you guess, Reese?
No clue, bro.
You spin again, folks. We spin again. What about pass it on?
Oh, you get to... Is that like a deal or no deal kind of thing? Or you can like... Or what? I don't know.
Pass it on means the person that got drawn does not win a prize. And the next name drawn wins 2, ladies and gentlemen.
That is so savage, dude.
And the next name drawn wins 2. I think can you imagine a pass it on followed by like a Weeberries Mystery Madness and a custom hops disc as the 2 spins? The person before would just be like, damn you, ham toes, why did you have to win that? It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be fun. So I'm hoping we get past it on in the first spin here. No, I'm not saying anything. As much as I love you, Jamie Harrison, let's spin it.
Spin.
And we got some great discs on here now too, by the way. I updated a lot of the discs. Like this one, a Friday Night Flights Accurate Sticky Warship, ladies and gentlemen. Accurate Sticky Warship is a great disc to have in the bag. I took the Warship out of the bag for a while, and I realized there's just some holes where that distance that the Warship hits, there's just no other disc in the game that finishes and sticks at that exact distance. Like, I don't think there's a more automatic disc for Lakeside 8 than the Accurate Sticky Warship. So much more variance if you use a higher speed disc like a River or an Explorer. So it's Accurate Sticky Warship, folks. So Jamie Harrison, congratulations. Friday Night Flights Accurate Sticky Warship. We need to spin the wheel one more time, though. But first, we need to see who that winner is going to be. We're going to re-roll. Second winner, Big Snazzy, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Big Snazzy.
Big Snazzy.
Big Snazzy. This is Big Snazzy. I hope you get the pat. No, I'm just joking. I don't wish it on anyone. What's Big Snazzy taking home? Oh, this is going to be a good one. Oh, just missed it.
Dang,
it is a good one, though.
Sweet.
In-game pack, ladies and gentlemen, still a sweet prize. Congratulations to Big Snazzy. And while we're here checking things out, I do want to go over quick and check out our scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, for our play-along round. Our play-along is open for 24 hours, so we will give a sweet prize to the winner of our play-along. I will spin the wheel, and I will get in touch with the play-along winner or the people that tie for it and let them know what that wheel spin was and their prizes after the 24-hour mark of the stream. Right now, the brisket of the sea, which I would probably believe to be tuna. Tuna is probably the brisket of the sea. So big tuna, 48 down over 4 rounds. What a score. 11 down on tight lines is an incredible score. So great round by some great people. But we also have a great guest, and I think it's about time we go back to asking this guy some questions over here. So a couple more questions, and then Reese, what we'll do is we'll actually have you play the Catch the COD bonus round live, and we'll watch your gameplay for that. I think that'll be fun. So when it comes to your mindset in sports, Arthur, I think something really cool about you is, and why I said that this seems like a lifestyle thing for you, is you translate this into coaching. So is this something you still actively do? Do you coach athletes? Do you coach specifically athletes in disc sports, or have you branched out into some other sports? And what's that experience been like? Maybe give us like one of the most fun experiences you've had when it comes to that mindset coaching with athletes.
Yeah. Okay, so I've been coaching for about 13 years now, and it seemed like the logical extension of a lot of the things that I was doing and had learned in sports, but also a lot of the things that I had learned in a lot of the other elements of my professional life. So I was in charge of online program development for a nonprofit, and I taught, so I had training experience, and I had worked in brand management. So I had a lot of things to draw on to work with almost anyone.
By the way, really quick,
and yes, I did have a
mindset is our new keyword, folks. Mindset. MINDSET. Sorry to interrupt you, Arthur. I just want to make sure we get some prizes in.
Yeah. What I'm doing now is more like translating into a day job. So I work with people transforming their careers in tech and translating that into, well, I just learned all of these new skills. How do I push that out into the world?
Market myself.
Get a job. Yeah. But I have had the chance to work with athletes along the way. And probably the most fun one was a guy named Eagle McMahon. I got to work with him
nice
in the winter of 2017, which was like this transitional year for him where he brought in a lot of different people, fitness people and nutrition people. And I was able to be one of those people and work with him on how to approach the game differently. He had not getting exactly where he wanted to go in the final rounds of his tournaments. And the goal was like, how do I hit my potential in competition?
Did you teach him that super cool stress relieving move of Superman punching your disc while it's on the ground?
That I did not teach him, but when
sorry, I had to. Sorry, I had to.
No, we were still working together at that point. But one of the things about human development is that it's imperfect. And one of the things I really admire about Eagle is that he is on this long-term mission of human development, and he brings in a lot of different ideas from a lot of different sources. And so it's not it's for none of us. It's like a one shot. Okay, you're cured. Now you have perfect mindset. It's a lot of new habits and a lot of exploration of how you want to approach things. So that was fun to work with him. And then it turns out that the people that he worked with and Eagle's talent itself resulted in 2018 being a big winning year for him.
That's so awesome.
So that was really gratifying.
Yeah, Westy says Arthur has some of the coolest name drops. I completely agree. Completely agree. But I mean, when you're this exposed to the world of Frisbee, to the world of flying discs, and it might seem like such a vast separation between the sport of freestyle Frisbee and other disc sports like ultimate and disc golf now because of the development of all of them individually. But like, let's take it back to the 80s for us, Arthur, to the late 80s when, I mean, you had the World Disc Sports Championships where you had these people competing in events like Juliana Korver where it's different disciplines. It's like the decathlon of disc sports almost, right?
Yeah. I started playing when I was a teenager, and at that point you learned everything, and the sports had not specialized enough that you needed to stay with one. Although I gravitated toward freestyle and distance throwing right off the bat. But yeah, I played overall tournaments. We used to have a really fun one down at La Mirada in the 90s where we would play all 7 events in one day.
That's awesome.
That's wild.
Frisbee Jam.
Yeah.
That's nuts. My body would be dead, man, if I did something like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, me and Reese could hardly play 18 holes
it's
together. It's
grueling, but it's like, 9 holes of disc golf, not 18. And, not a full running course for the grueling event called Discathon.
Yeah, so D Money in the chat, by the way. You are so right, and I promise you guys, I'm going to clip this and trim this down and remove like the unnecessary stuff like giveaways from the middle and what I'm saying right now. And we'll make a nice condensed version for YouTube with some timestamps in the description of some of the different topics we were talking about, so that if you want to go back and listen to some of the stuff that we were talking about today. I couldn't agree more, Darren. Like, I think so much valuable information about mindset when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I know when it comes to winning 16 world championships, there's a part of that where, you know, you start to see success, not just your own self-validated success, but the success that kind of people around you start to attribute to you. And I know, Reese, that you were curious about kind of how Arthur manages that. So I'll turn it over to you for sure.
Totally. Yeah, no, I'm curious, like, how you've reframed success. I mean, because after a few world titles, you know, I mean, maybe it is just as important to you to keep going, but like, I know I've had to figure out, like, okay, so what do I, like, how do I want to continue with this game? Maybe it isn't just competition, which, like, obviously you're coaching and doing other things. But yeah, I'm curious within Freestyle how you've reframed success and how you managed expectations around winning. You know, either it's yourself or other people's, right? Because like the more you win, the more it's kind of like, oh yeah, Arthur's here, like he's gonna kick some butt, and then that's something you got to deal with, right? So yeah, how do you
Yeah, so there's that's present. Like if you're at the top of the sport, people are gonna kind of like put some, like, add some things, overlay on them onto you. But I think maybe the best illustration of it would be after 2005, I had 9 world championships, and I was burned out, and I wasn't motivated at all to do the work to do it again. And I got an invite in 2006 to just go over to Europe and do some clinics, and I made that coincide with spectating the Worlds. And that was really transformative because it connected me with the people part of the sport. And when you're only focused on performance, a lot of times you lose out on the people part of the sport. And so that really deepened the experience for me and allowed me to get some new goals. One of the goals was in 2009, I played with a guy named Randy Sylvie, and we went to the Worlds and we said, we're just going to improvise all the rounds. No plan. We know our song, like we know that the song that we're going to play to, but we know nothing else. And like, if I send the disc to you, you can do whatever you want and send it back to you. But that was our exercise, and that kind of like it livens it up. And you see the same thing in Disco Valley with people who are like, it's as gratifying and as valid for someone to be like, I'm going to do the craziest trick shot I can, or I'm going to run long throw-ins, and I don't actually care what the score in the end is. It's the gratification of exploration and expansion. So finding new challenges that make things provide the reward you want.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, because you can reframe. Well, yeah, man. Yeah, I just relate to it. I dig it. That's like, it's just really interesting because I think that's partly something I'm going through now. It just is hard because when you're used to winning, you want to do your best, right? And so, but then you're reframing what my best is my best like just in the execution of something, or is it actually in like my enjoyment of something? I was actually listening to a podcast you recommended me this morning about, there's a climbing podcast, The Strong Mind. They came out with a new episode after like 2 years, but they were talking about how in professional climbing, the expectation is everyone wants to hear about, and the jargon I don't know, but like they want to hear about how you nailed the route, right? They want to hear about like the execution of the route. Like people don't brag about like them not completing a route, or like, you know, they didn't ask, oh, did you have fun? Like, even if you didn't finish, like, it's just about like, did you flash El Cap, you know? And
which happened this week.
Yeah, she interviewed her. Which is just absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Aside, real quick, because I just learned this morning. If you know what El Capistan is, you know, the background of an apple thing. It's in Yosemite. I wish I knew how tall it was, but if you know that rock climbing documentary Free Solo. Like that's what he did. And flashing is when somebody basically dry runs, like having never done it before. So this woman, without ever having climbed that, did it basically with the only preparation being like research. Like she'd never
And
actually.
she did it free solo?
Not
No.
free solo.
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No.
She didn't free solo, but she did do it without ever having climbed it before. She went.
That's nuts.
all the way
Yeah,
to the
flashing, you can never have done the moves before, even exploratorily.
That's crazy.
But you have a rope.
All
For
right.
sure.
I've got a fun little segment planned for Arthur here. This is our new Friday Night Flights rapid fire, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when I say rapid fire, Arthur, what I mean here is I'm looking for like 1 or 2 word answers, super quick. We've got 20 questions. We're going to get it through it fast. They're easy. Don't worry. But we're going to ask these same questions to every guest on Friday Night Flights going forward. Let's see how fast we can get this going.
I'll do my best.
All right. I'm going to set a stopwatch here. All right. Ready, set, go. What's a hobby of yours outside of disc sports that would surprise people?
Painting.
Painting. Love it. No context, by the way. No context. Coffee or tea, and how do you take it?
Neither.
Oh, love it. So empty. What's your guilty pleasure TV show?
Just random YouTube videos.
Love it. Pets, cats, dogs, or something more exotic?
Used to be cats, now it's dogs.
There we go. If you weren't into Frisbee, what sport would you be playing?
Either swimming or running.
Ooh, love it. Last song that you listened to that you would play on repeat?
Brazilian Sun by Sophie Tucker.
Oh, Sophie Tucker's so good. Did you listen to the new cut of their album that just dropped?
I've listened to the whole new album.
Sorry, context. Sorry. I listened to it at the gym today. It was fantastic. Yeah. If you guys haven't listened to Sophie Tucker, by the way, absolutely incredible. We'll drop that right now. Sorry, too much context. Movie that you would watch 100 times.
Arrival.
Which book has had the biggest impact on you?
Ooh, I've been reading a lot lately. I need to look it up. I'll get back to you.
All right. Pass. That's okay. You can say pass.
Yeah.
Any weird or niche interests that you have? Weird or niche things that you're into?
Frisbee?
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say Frisbee.
There you go.
Dream concert you could attend, past or present, dead or alive?
I've already attended them all. My first job was in concert booking.
Oh, that's amazing. So what was the dream?
I saw the Eurythmics at the Ritz in New York.
Yes. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. We're already halfway through. This is great. Favorite place you've traveled, but not for a disc sports tournament?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
South Island.
Singing sand beaches. Just beautiful place. I couldn't go to New Zealand or Australia because of the creatures that would scare the shit out of me, but that's a story for the different day. I'm a big chicken when it comes to that stuff. Bucket list destination you haven't.
New Zealand does not have as many.
Nothing like that. It's not crazy like Australia.
No, New Zealand has sheep. That's about it.
Oh, I like sheep. I can do sheep.
Yeah.
Bucket list destination you haven't been to.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Bucket list destination that you have not been to.
Everest Base Camp.
Oh, very cool. Is that something? This wasn't on my list, but is that something you would actually like to do?
It's something that is sort of like that would be a really cool expedition to try, and I don't know if it'll ever happen.
That's incredible.
At my age, but yeah.
What is your go-to? Sorry, Westy, Brandon versus Three Sheep. Who would win? Randy Puckett with no hesitation. The Three Sheep, easy.
Easy, dude.
Oh, Randy, you're the man. Well, what's your go-to comfort food, Arthur?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. One type of cuisine you could eat for the rest of your life. Italian. And I asked everyone this who buys mystery boxes for me in the disc golf communities because I put snacks in the box. Sweet or savory?
I think I should. Well, my doctor doesn't want me to say savory, but savory.
Savory, 100%. And if it's salty and it's covered in sweet, that's even better. Let's be honest. Everyone likes Chicago mix, right? The cheddar popcorn mixed with the caramel popcorn. You see that face Reese made? All three of us at the same time were like, oh, yeah, let's go.
That's it.
All right,
Money.
final questions. These ones are about mindset and mood. What do you do to unwind after a long day?
Play Disc Golf Valley and take naps.
Absolutely. Are you an early bird or a night owl? Or neither?
Early bird.
Early bird. Reese, early bird. Me, early bird.
Tracks.
Like it.
Yeah.
All right. You said painting is one of your hobbies. We know you're great at disc sports. We know you're good at Disc Golf Valley. What's another secret talent that not many people know about?
I'm looking around.
Play any instruments?
Not anymore. When I was in my 20s, I wrote music for a hobby. But
Well, there you go. You wrote music. I don't think anyone here would
Yeah.
probably know that about you, so that's a good secret talent. Two more questions. Outside of sports, who inspires you the most?
People who are trying to better their communities.
I love that. That is such a good answer. And I think we've already answered this one by browsing your website and talking about it a little bit, but I think I like this like quote that you live by of kind of like about the drive and about the mindset, right? Is that would you say one of your biggest philosophies, or is there something else that you kind of like hold above you as your mantra?
I think it's probably closer to like treating people well.
Treat people well.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy. Look at this guy. Arthur Coddington, ladies and gentlemen, answers 20 questions for us. That is how you get to know someone in only like 4.5 minutes. That wasn't that bad. And dude, this is so cool. It's so much fun, but it's 10 o'clock and it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to catch the COD. We're going to let Arthur take a break from answering some of these questions. We'll have some time to do an AMA at the end of the stream. But we're going to let him play. We're going to let Reese play. We're not going to give Arthur the pressure of telling him to download Twitch and stream. You just enjoy playing, buddy. You focus.
Okay.
Rich is going to talk. Rich. I just called you Rich, Reese. Reese is going to talk us through his mindset when it comes to clutching it up as we play this Catch the COD round. Because, of course, Reese wants to catch the COD too. So I'm going to get over here. I am going to unlock Clutch Up. I'm going to unlock Throw It In 2.0. COD0525 is our event ID. Switch that up on the screen for y'all. COD0525. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, in the lead, a Friday Night Flights, a two-way tie. Westy and Zach, 49 down with the tuna of the sea in solo third.
Tuna.
Sea Brisket, I hope you don't mind calling you the tuna of the sea. I think it's pretty fantastic name. Tuna's an expensive cut of fish there, buddy. So I only think you're the best, Sea Brisket.
Oh, Toro.
All right, let's refresh. I can't say this word. Refresh Reese's Twitch stream here. Get it up on the screen.
Yay.
Let's go, buddy. Actually, before we do Reese, let's do a giveaway really quick. Giveaway time. Eric Johnson with a K. Congratulations, Eric. It is time to spin that. Oh, yeah. That was good that time. I like that. All right, Eric. Let's spin the mother flippin' wheel for you here.
Whoa.
What's it? Yeah, I know that was really aggressive language. Sorry, Reese. I don't want to offend you too much, buddy. Oh, always a good prize. Choice Disc of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. Head to the Global Disc Golf Club. If it's your first experience there, you're going to love it. They've got a Disc of the Week section. You can look through the Disc of the Weeks. Please Tell me the week. Don't just say like disc of the week accurate sticky musket. Like that is so unhelpful, folks. So if you could tell me the date underneath it, that would just be so awesome. Thank you so much. Especially if you give me the wrong attributes for that disc of the week, it's even harder to find.
Oh my gosh.
So Eric Johnson, congratulations. Reese, take it away, my friend.
All right, let's go. So I actually have my blog up on the computer real quick. So let me reference this real quick.
While you're getting that, Reese, what do we want the keyword to be?
Clutch, dude. It's got to be clutch.
Oh, yeah. How did I not think of that? Clutch.
Clutch.
Let's go. Clutch in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, paypal.me/Hopsenheiser. We've got an insane donations draw tonight. Reese, do you have it there in person right now?
No, not on me.
All right. Reese got an insane prize for our donations draw tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2025 Worlds Project Grip Fuse. If you've never felt these Project Grip discs from Latitude 64, the plastic on them is insane. And this is a very special one because it's signed by the entire Spinoff team. We've got some incredible prizes for second and third as well. And your support goes such a long way in helping us do what we do. So we thank you so much. The initial donations helped us fix Reese's internet and got him back here with us just like that. So we appreciate it. So just to call them out, Christopher Coates, Andreas Granum, Ryan Cochran, Dennis Rogers, Eric Prather, you brought Reese back to the stream tonight. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Clutch in the chat. Head to paypal.me/Hopsenheiser if you want to support and honestly enter in a spectacular draw tonight. And let's see how Reese fares here in the Clutch It Up round.
Shout out to Eric Prather. He's in my local golf group.
Oh, thanks, Eric
Nice.
Prather. Really appreciate you, buddy. And Eric Prather is going to be throwing a Hops and Heiser stamped disc pretty soon, Arthur, around the chorus. So
Awesome.
that's pretty sweet. And Will Jackson. I keep cutting. There's so much to talk about, Reese. You play locally with Will Jackson. Is he local to you as well, Arthur? Putt fluffer?
No. Will is up, I think, in Michigan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I did have a chance to golf with Feather about 3 weeks ago.
Ah, Mr. Strohs. What a guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was on a trip to Chicago. We got to play at a great course called Delwood.
Oh, yeah. Delwood's legendary. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Reese. So what are you thinking in this round?
Woo. Well, so it's really hard to kind of put a finger on this. Clutch is kind of like, I think the best way I can describe it is like flow state muscle memory. Like you're just really trusting yourself. But I think there are some kind of common denominators. So I'm trying to help everyone think through this a little bit. I think you need to be prepared at a certain level. If you're trusting your muscle memory, you need to like have the experience, right? So like the kind of baseline is knowing your distances for throw-ins, having ace lines, knowing how to attack difficult holes, just kind of like the basics, which I think a lot of the people on stream probably know how to do already, but I don't think it goes without saying you need to kind of have those things, right, to be able to like be clutch and not just be pure luck,
It was ridiculous that as you were saying that, your disc was just you sitting there being like the Reese disc with your face on it. Just kind of like,
oh yeah, like I'm just like
you're like listening to yourself being like, oh, great point. Great point, Reese. Look, see?
Yeah. Yeah, really interesting.
Really interesting.
So I think like you need to be prepared. That's the baseline to be clutch. I think the next thing, you need to have the opportunity. You need to put yourself in positions to be clutch. Nate Sexton, I wish I could find where he says this. I think he said it on Jomez, but Nate Sexton has said that he's grateful for the opportunity to play under pressure. If he's playing under pressure, it means he's done well enough, like he deserves that pressure, right? Like it isn't like a what's the word? It isn't a bad thing. It isn't something he's fighting against. He's embracing it. He's thankful for it. And so I think that's something we need to do to reframe, the pressure of needing to execute a shot. You need to, because for me, that's what makes playing a normal events boring, because, I've won worlds twice, not to brag, but like those kinds of high pressure moments, like it's so just like intense, like having to like execute something and being so worried about the result. And then like you go from that to playing, like just a normal like spin-off rumble or something, and it's not the same. You don't feel that pressure. And so I think like embracing that feeling and just being used to it, the more frequently you're in those positions, the more comfortable you become. Just because you're familiar with it doesn't mean that feeling goes away. Like I still feel the pressure when the intensity's up, but like that's what makes me play better. It doesn't like hold me back. You know what I mean? So that's a big thing. I think the next thing would be trusting yourself.
When it comes to that pressure, Reese, just really quick. So
Yeah,
ChatGPT for the fucking win. In a 2014 interview with Heavy Disc, Nate Sexton discussed and acknowledged that feeling nervous and frustrated during pressured moments is great, but you have to not let those emotions affect you negatively. Something I think that's really cool that he said here, and it might not be exactly what you heard, but he said you have to find joy in the game, and great moments in life can come unexpectedly even after a bad shot or after a high-pressure situation. You need to be present, focused, and moments like that are an opportunity to shine when you're under the pressure, which drives him and motivates him, which I think is kind of cool.
That's awesome. For sure. So respect, a little bit different. Took a lot of liberties with paraphrasing that, but yeah.
That was
Sexton,
word for word from an AMA on Reddit
it.
from Nate Sexton right there. I'm just using his words, Reese. Just using his words.
Well, no, I wasn't using his words. You are. So respect. Appreciate you for that.
I hate this hole, by the way.
This hole's great, but I did not get a good sway. So yeah. So just like Nate Sexton said, you gotta, not gonna lie, I was a little focused on my game, so it kind of went one ear out the other.
Don't worry, buddy. The people heard it.
Respect Sexton. So I think to kind of continue on, did I get it? Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you know who? I'm just like locked into ChatGPT now. ChatGPT knows who you are, Reese. I said, who is Reese Height? It says, Reese Height's a prominent figure in the digital disc golf community, particularly known for his achievements in the Disc Golf Valley mobile game. He made history by becoming the inaugural world champion in 2023, finishing an impressive 6 strokes ahead with a cumulative score of negative 219. His performance included 4 aces, 1 albatross, and over 170 birdies across 20 rounds, with no bogeys or worse. Source material, Global Disc Golf Club. If that's not a reason to bookmark that website, ladies and gentlemen, what is? What is, ladies and gents? What is? I love that it says you are a prominent figure in the digital disc golf community, Reese. That is notable.
Wow. I love that, man. Thank you, Mr. Chat.
Hey, it's ChatGPT to
yeah.
you.
All right. Dude, thank you. Noted. But yeah. So let's do a quick recap. So being prepared is step number 1. Putting yourself in the positions, that's step number 2. Step number 3 is trusting yourself, I would say, because you're building muscle memory. And I think you need to remember that. I mean, I think a little bit of this is instinct, but a little bit of it is like not overthinking. Like you need to just be able to commit to your instincts, commit to that flow state, and just like let it rip. The preparation's like for nothing if you can't trust yourself, right? Don't change your plays, for situation specific things, just kind of do what you've done. If you're an aggressive player, be aggressive, just be smart. If you're a safe player, keep playing safe. But that's going to help you play your game and be clutch in your own kind of way, right? So trust yourself. Yeah. And then
clutch to play to your strengths.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I think to play to your strengths, what's really important, and I think some people, this is the first step that's hard, is you have to know what your strengths are, right? So, like, it's a good question for both of you guys, I think. What do you think your biggest strength is in Disc Golf Valley? Start with our world champion, our 2 times world champion, Mr. Reese. What do you think your biggest strength is in Disc Golf Valley?
I think it's throw-ins. I think I can, if I make a mistake, I'm able to recover and not lose a stroke, whereas maybe other people lose a stroke if they do make a mistake. So I think that's my probably biggest strength, being able to be clutch in that way, recover.
And then what about you, Arthur?
So I think I know my range. Like I sacrifice a bit of ceiling in order to be more consistent. So like right now, I'm playing to the range that's likely to get me a better score versus running everything.
I said to Reese before the stream that you were going to finish in 10th place. Right now, you are tied for 11th. And the only reason or is that you? Tied for 11th? Yeah.
Oh, no.
I believe so. And and
this day.
All I'm saying right now is that's the stream curse, Arthur. That's the stream curse right there. So
just one place.
You just have to talk about someone one time. And it happens. So Reese, when you're thinking about playing clutch, when are the situations, because playing clutch, I think, involves taking some type of risk because you're trying to take it to that next level. Would you consider it more clutch to be consistent when you're ahead or to come back when you're behind? What do you find are the situations where you kind of have to clutch up a little bit more? Where do you feel less? I think you need to clutch up when you're less comfortable. So when do you feel less comfortable? When you're playing from behind or when you have a lead?
I mean, there's a lot of pressure off when you're behind, right? I think you see it with a player like Calvin Heimberg, where he's, he shoots just some blistering hot round when he's like way out of contention, right? But if he's like in contention, the kind of, again, I don't have the data to back it up, but it feels like he does worse, right? So I don't know if that's because I think World's win number 1 I was ahead, World's win number 2 I was behind. I think I like playing from the lead. I don't know if it's easier. I think it's a different kind of pressure. I think it just...
Does it change your mindset? Do you play differently?
Game.
Do you play differently from behind than you do when you're in the lead? Or do you still play the same game regardless?
No, I do play differently because I think like you want to protect the lead. It gives you control to like watch. It puts pressure on people to like make strokes happen, whereas you just have to protect your strokes, right? So like say like for example right now, if I was playing from behind, I have to try really hard to make this shot. Like even if it's a little awkward, I need to do my best to make it go in. If I'm in the lead, I can just like pitch up, take a birdie. I'm risking less by playing from from playing with a lead, versus it's like lead card versus chase card. Lead card has the advantage to know what they have to do to just win. They can play out versus like having to like be a little bit more risky, right? So I don't know what's easier or harder. I think there's more pressure with being behind, but sometimes that's fun. It's just I think it doesn't like give you as many opportunities to win, though, of course, right?
Well, Arthur came in clutch, ladies and gentlemen, in the bonus round. 21 down is the score you are going to have to shoot to catch the cod tonight and get that sweet fishbowl accurate sticky river. You do not need to shoot it live here tonight. If you shoot, well, you do need to shoot it live here tonight, sorry, to get the fishbowl river. You do not need to shoot or play the round live tonight to qualify for the random draw, however. So at the end of the 30 minutes, which is going to be at 10:25 p.m., I'm going to take a screenshot of our leaderboard, and those are going to be officially the people who caught the cod. I don't know, Reese. After seeing you roll into the water there, do you got a rod? You can catch the cod in that little river you just went into. When you're getting your disc, just grab it with your bare hands.
Very funny, dude. Very funny.
Let's get some. Oh, what a throw! And he's like, "Shut the fuck up, Brandon."
Yeah. There was no doubt that was going on.
Yeah, exactly. So I watched this documentary last night with my wife. You would never anticipate this, but if there is, Reese, if there is one type of documentary my wife loves watching, it is a basketball ESPN 30 for 30 documentary. And last night we watched one on Reggie Miller versus the New York Knicks. And just this interaction he had with Spike Lee during one of the playoff games where Spike Lee was just chirping him and chirping him and chirping him and chirping him. And Reggie Miller was having the worst game for the first 3 quarters. And then all of a sudden Spike Lee said something to him which made Reggie Miller snap. And he went off for 25 points in the 4th quarter. And there's this point of the documentary where Spike Lee's like, and then there was this moment where he did this with his hands, but then he took his right hand and he grabbed his nuts. And my wife was there, and he did that in front of my wife, and I just started laughing so hard. But that mindset, like, there are people that when we talk about being driven, like, sometimes people chirping you or pushing you, that gives you that next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, right here, Reese, nail this.
We didn't have a lot of hecklers in freestyle, but there would be a lot of people stopping, like, on the boardwalk and filming us and watching us. And we would immediately take that as, like, oh, here's some pressure. Let's just hit everything.
Nice.
Westy, Reese making a good promo for the core.
For the core?
Oh, that was a good shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
yeah,
nice.
Reggie versus the Knicks. Absolutely. It's a good documentary. It's called Reggie Miller versus the Knicks. ESPN 30 for 30 if you want to watch it. Absolutely fantastic. We've got 10 minutes left in tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen, which means we got 10 minutes left with this guy. So let's get some questions in the chat for Mr. Arthur Coddington, if you guys have any. And let's get back to this screen right here. Let's also do another giveaway. Nice. What was our keyword? It was clutch. It was clutch, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see who comes in clutch on this one. D. Zwolensky. D. Zwolensky, ladies and gentlemen. What are you going to get on this beautiful pink and red and orange and blue wheel?
Big money, big money.
More salmon. But... Oh, yeah. Another accurate sticky warship, ladies and gentlemen. That is an absolute good one for D. Zwolensky, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to go to the scoreboard for the Catch the Cod round to see who has managed to, as soon as I type this name down, because There's no way in hell I will remember what it was if I don't write it down right now. D. Zwolensky. All right, here we go. Our Catch the COD scoreboard. We got Rhino, Roller, and Anzi tied for first place, 24 down. We got Plop and Westy tied for third place, 23 down. We got Hi There, Reese. Oh, Reese, I like the geese, the Reese geese.
Nice.
It's pretty great. That's the least offensive emoji I've seen someone use in their name in the UDisc leaderboard. I gotta say, take a lesson, right? Boyle. Take a lesson.
Wow, got him. Yeah.
We got Delon. This is a Chappelle Show reference for those of you who are old enough to have enjoyed it. But the 5 best rappers in the world: Delon. It's Dylon, but still, Delon and Delon. Tied for 5th, too. Harris a Squatch, love it. Mithrandir, cool. And then tied with the COD. And if you tie the COD, you still catch him because you're right there beside him.
Ooh, that's
Severin,
right. Yeah.
Severin, ladies and gentlemen, 21 down. Soy Boy came oh so close.
Oh, no.
Oh, so close.
Dang.
20 down. We had a bunch of 20 downs,
Trevor.
actually. Ham Toes, D-Money, Code Blue, Lukewarm. Oh, Chris Coates. Chris Coates, the bogey. Let's just zoom in on this bogey. Look at all this blue, light blue, dark blue. Someone could, oh, see, there's bogeys down here, but, you know, just this one. We love you, Chris. His name's Code Blue, right? And looks like he went Code Orange on hole number 6 here. So,
high five, Chris.
It's a chirp fest tonight. I'm just trying to inspire him. See, I want him to go fucking Reggie Miller in the next Hops and Heiser live stream. So, Mr. Coates, I'll just keep chirping you until I see.
You might go Reggie Miller multiplayer, then we're all gonna suffer.
The mayor says, "In a sea of blue, be an orange." Ladies and gentlemen, some very sound wisdom. Code Orange, R.I.P. Westy said. Oh, God. Way too much fun. All right. We've got 1 minute left in this bonus round, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think there's Aaron Christmas Tree. Aaron Christmas Tree's got a chance. He went 12 down in the first round. All right. We're gonna hang around till Aaron Christmas Tree finishes this round. All right. I think It's only fair to let Aaron Hoffman with the 12 down first round.
Oh, he quit. He said.
Oh, did he? All right. Come on, Aaron Hoffman. What the hell, man? I do not have a chance. Okay. He had a bad second hole there. Bad second hole, probably. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's official then. I'm going to take a nice little screenshot of everyone who caught the COD tonight. You're taking home a sweet disc. And Rhino, Roller, and Anzi, congratulations. You guys get to choose the wonderful mold and attributes of your fishbowl disc as the winners of our bonus round. So congratulations to you. I haven't seen a ton of questions come through, so I'm going to turn it back over to Reese as we got a couple minutes left in the stream as I organize the donations draw. Anything else you are dying to know about this wonderful gentleman? And honestly, Arthur, before I forget to, thank you so much for spending the time hanging out with us tonight. This was probably one of the most actual valuable streams that the people who have come to a Hops and Heiser have listened to where they might actually even take something away from it other than laughing at the dumb crap we say. So we appreciate you for bringing us some legitimacy. I'm going to add this to my biography now. But seriously, man, thank you so much. It's been so much fun to hang out. And we will absolutely do this again in the future. I think it's really cool to have your insights and been great to have you along. So Reese, Arthur, I'm going to turn it over to you, buddy. Ask any questions you may have, or I can flip it around. Arthur, maybe there may be some questions you have that you want to ask Mr. Reese Height.
Okay, I've seen you do some crazy things.
Crazy things.
Like crazy impressive.
Okay.
Like you had to in the small match. I've seen you in a Rowda match do some crazy throw-ins. What do you do in order to sort of like get into that flow state? We saw it a little bit on Pioneer Bay 8. But what do you do to get in that flow state and make it happen?
I don't know. That's kind of my like white whale, is like understanding how I get into that. And I think the best I can figure out is I tried to do it for Worlds this year, and it almost kind of worked, but it didn't really. So I know I play better in the morning, like when my mind is fresher, right? So like I love that, you know, Brandon's talking about the very beginning of the stream when he works out, he feels like his mind is very, like he feels like he's ready to just like tackle the day. And I kind of feel like after I work out and shower and I, you know, start my day, sometimes it's, you know, right as I get to work, like my mind is its most active. And like, that's when I'm most able to kind of like think clearly and decisively without like maybe being bogged down in like just kind of like indecision or fatigue or whatever, you know, making decisions all day. So like I think that's step one, you know, knowing when my mind is like in the right place, and then preparing for that. I do a lot of breathing, which I think helps, like intentional breathing. I tried meditating before Worlds this last time, and it's something I recommend for a lot of people. It didn't like help me a ton. I think I was just too nervous for it to really be helpful. I think I was just like viscerally, you know, I couldn't calm myself down as much. But I think just like I used to, well, I went to school for music, and I'm used to doing like performances and stuff. And so I think just like getting it under my fingers, like just playing around a little bit, like doing some warm-ups, maybe just like playing some multiplayer, something to like shake off the initial kind of nerves, but really get at the core of like that, you know, harnessing that kind of hyper attention rather than it just being like something I'm subjected to, right? Like, yeah, working through the nerves, but then like using that kind of like heightened state to, you know, use to my advantage. So I don't know. I think just like a little bit of all that. That League I would always record in the morning. So like,
which was great for us.
Talking through it didn't always help. But I think like in what you were saying, that objective mindset definitely helped. But yeah,
but underneath that all is it's just a ton of self-awareness. Like, you know, the things that are likely to help you. There's no guarantee that they're going to help you, but you know that you can stack a bunch of those things on top of each other, and it's raising the probability of a good round.
For sure. Do you have what's your like cocktail for flow state? Do you have something that like helps you get in the zone?
I'm always experimenting with it with Disc Golf Valley.
Yeah.
But for freestyle, I had a bunch of stuff. Like I had mantras. I had a specific warm up, like ratcheting up the fast twitch muscles so that like so I knew that I could hit certain moves that are sort of like high muscle, like fast moves, and just kind of knowing that I'd put in the work was always a comfort. And then there's also like in a performance sport, you might experience this with music, like people are not rooting against you when you go out to play a song. They want you to do it well.
Yeah.
So kind of reminding myself that, okay, yeah, all the people who are watching me are like, they're actually on my team. So that's kind of relaxing.
That's nice to think about. Yeah, I like that.
Is it weird to say to you guys? It can't be weird. There has to be so many people in this community who play their best Disc Golf Valley when they're sitting on the can. Right? Like, there's just something about playing a multiplayer match on the toilet. Maybe it's the fact that my house is invaded by 4 fucking kids between 9 and 3 years old. So when I'm trying to play on the couch or at the kitchen table or locked in a closet in the basement, they still can somehow find me. But, you know, the toilet is that one place where there's peace and solitude. My wife's always like, wow, is your stomach okay? You took a long time in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, yeah, just really bad stomach. It was 100% not 2 multiplayer rounds that I finished in first in and raised my ELO by 51 points over 2. It definitely wasn't that. So, guys, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I am one first place finish away from leaving the prospect division and moving out of prospect. Now, are you ready for this? Charlie Weeberry reset my Disc Golf Valley level to 7 on me.
Nah. To 7?
Just for
Or
fun.
70?
7.
Seven.
And then even funnier, it took me a week of playing to realize he did it.
Oh my god.
I leveled up once and I was like, wait a
What the heck?
second. Wait a second.
Punked, man. I love that.
Level 7? What?
Low even for you, yeah.
But I've been playing probably, I'd say 6 to 8 multiplayer matches a day now, which is the most Disc Golf Valley I've played in a really long time. I've also realized that if you get, and this isn't something I thought was so serious because I just screw around on the stream, but when you really get used to playing on one device, it's very hard to translate that to another device. I've been playing on my phone a ton. It's an iPhone 16 Pro Max, so the screen's big enough. I really think it's like the perfect size phone for playing Disc Golf Valley. And then I moved over to my iPad and I was drawing the disc back to the exact same places on the Wi-Fi bands, but it's different. The distances are different. The disc doesn't go to the same place. I have to totally recalibrate. I am not patient enough to learn how to play on my iPad differently than playing on my phone. So I'm like 100% committing to just playing on my phone now. I was so frustrated. I had like 5 first place wins in a row. They were all crushing it. And then I played one multiplayer round on my iPad because I was just like, oh, bigger screen. This has got to be better. So folks, that is not always the case. A bigger screen is not always better. In fact, I think maybe I see a little bit less of the sway when I'm playing on my phone than I do on my iPad because it's just more noticeable and it gets more in my head. So I don't know. Are either of you guys tablet guys or are both of you guys phone players? Yeah.
Phone guy. Yeah.
Phone guy. Phones for the win, y'all.
And like, knowing your equipment's important. So like,
For sure.
Ryan Cochran. I try to be humble, but this is the first time I've won a disc based off my play where I get to choose attributes. Now I know what it feels like to be Reese. I'll be honest, Ryan. Reese doesn't win the stream often. He only clutches up when it doesn't matter, like Worlds. A Hops and Heiser stream where like everything's on the line. I mean, I don't see the curse breaker disc in his bag. Do you?
I broke the curse one time.
Did you? Oh yeah,
But
you did.
I did, but I'm not hassling Charlie. It's all good.
Charlie, give him a curse breaker disc with a turd on it. Do it.
Oh my
And
God.
call it the turd breaker. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great, Reese.
It was going to be an asterisk, I think. I forget why it was going to be an asterisk.
Yes,
but
there was.
I remember an asterisk. What
We
was
made
the
a.
situation?
I totally forget, but we were joking about that for such a long time.
I forgot why it was an asterisk. It doesn't matter. It's okay.
I think it's because like you were not officially like hosting or something like that. I'm not sure what it was, but I don't know. You know who hasn't broke the curse? This guy right
Money,
here.
Yeah.
And I never will. And I never will. All right, we've got our donations draw to run. And we're going to do that right now. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed. I'm just making sure there are not any last minute contributions. No. Perfect. All right, let's get over here. You know how we do it. We randomize the list one time to get everyone's spots in the draw. We've got 48, so we are going to go 1 through 48. All right, Reese, help me remember these numbers because my brain is fried. First
1
number.
and 48. Okay.
3.
Easy.
27. And
27.
45.
Three
Oh,
times
some
nine.
variety tonight. All in
Love it.
ascending order. I really like this. 3, 27, 45. What's the pattern? Reese. There's no pattern. There's no pattern. That's the answer. 3.
Divisible by 3, right? So that's pretty cool.
Damn it.
That's better.
Damn you. You did something interesting. 3. Andreas Granum. Congratulations. 27, Andreas Granum. And 45, Eric Prather. So Eric Prather wins the second prize. And then we're going to re-roll another number. 37. Dennis Rogers. There we go. Andreas Granum, Eric Prather, Dennis Rogers. Huge congratulations to you. What we're going to do Oh, we don't need to spin the wheel because I gave you guys sweet prizes tonight. So congratulations to all y'all. Andreas Granum for that beautiful Project Disc Fuse and a Choice Disc of the Week. Eric and Dennis, y'all are getting $25 gift cards to latitude64.se. So not only are you getting a Hops and Heiser disc shipped to you for your donations, you get to spend that sweet $25 back at Latitude 64. I would 100% recommend picking up one of those Project Grip discs. Reese, have you felt them, right? Like they feel incredible in the hands.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I've got one on a Grace. The Grace has really slowly become one of my favorite 11-speed discs in my bag. I've been throwing the Drive, the Page Pierce Drive as well by Discraft.
Ooh, yeah.
It just got a little bit too much unpredictable flip. And if you just if you just put it out on a little bit of Annie and you don't release it flatter on a bit of Heiser, it just turns way too much. Where the stability of the Grace, if I'm a little bit off on that release, whether it's angle or release point, I find it's a little bit more forgiving. But it's just that feel, man. Okay. I've never had a disc that is so firm yet so tactile in my hands at the same time. It is a very, very unique plastic. So check it out if you got the chance. And huge congratulations. And again, Eric will be showing off his next swag the next time he's playing in local club with Arthur. So that is super exciting. Awesome. Congratulations to those guys. And let's remember that we're going to be giving away those random draw prizes again. So if you're just joining us now, you didn't get to participate and catch the COD live, don't worry. Play the bonus round, and we'll be giving away some sweet prizes to 15 of y'all. Accurate Sticky Harp, an envious mold in the Valley. It is a great disc to have in the bag. I've got one of those with my TNT stamp on it. Christian, we don't have a ton of time to watch highlights on the stream anymore because of awesome interactions like this we have with Arthur, but we've got our resident historian Zinda Zinni, who has been going through and will be continuing to make some incredible highlight videos for us that we will feature on the stream. So thank you guys so much. This was an amazing night. Arthur, Reese, you guys are the best. To all y'all out there in the Valley, we will see you soon, and hope everyone has a great night. Any last words, boys?
This was super fun. Thank you.
Ah, absolutely,
it was
man.
great hanging, Arthur. Love listening to you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw so many positive comments about just, oh, you know what? I got something here, and I was given kind of creative freedom on how to give it away. Who said they literally just flew in at the start of the stream? Someone said they just flew
Brian
in
Meller?
and had like
was that Brian Meller?
Hella stressful day. Who was that? Was that Brian Meller? Brian, was that you that like literally just flew in and instead of spending time with like your family or friends or like eating food, you just came right to Friday night flights? Was that Brian? All right, yeah, it was. Curly Red says. So John MSU wanted to donate. His name comes up quite a bit in our donations draws, and he wanted to donate his $25 gift card he won last week back to someone in the stream who was just like having a shitty day or needed to pick me up. So Brian Meller, $25 gift card to Latitude SE, not courtesy of me, but courtesy of John. And I remember John. Come on, buddy, let's go. And Brian Meller, hopefully that's a little bit of a pick-me-up for the stress you went through to get yourself to a Hops and Heiser stream. Christian, we also have a highlights channel on the Hops and Heiser part of the Discord. So if you post it there, every now and then I do see some wicked videos where I request player IDs to give people some rewards for their achievements. So feel free to post it, and the community will definitely give you a shout out. So huge shout out to John. Thanks for providing that. From myself, from Arthur, from Reese, have a good night. Next event is not far away. It's in 3 days. And listen, if there is an event you guys want to try to stream while you're working, if you have to work on Monday, that is the one, because we have the one and the only creator of our Valley, ladies and gentlemen, Pear, joining us on Monday, Mayhem. He's going to talk about the initiation of the game. He's going to talk about the transition to Spinoff. He's going to talk about what he's most involved in now. He's going to answer your questions, and we are going to give away some prizes that may not have been seen in the Valley in quite a long time, to give you guys a little bit of a hint. So we're going to have a lot of fun on the stream. It is all OG layouts, all layouts that Pear created.
Dude.
We've got some Coyote Canyon. We've got some Oak Hill. We've got some Blueberry Thicket. And one of my favorites, our new bonus round, Skippy Wood. Big skip bags with all that OB and Owlwood. That's going to be a treat, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a treat. And, or not bonus round, sorry, tiebreak round. I wouldn't do that to people for a bonus round. Tiebreak round. And then we're going to be playing some of the OG courses for the bonus round too. What I realized is we need to design a new basic bag, because the basic bag that still exists in the game is pretty ass.
Pretty basic, yeah.
Pretty, well, I mean, 4 discs and a dagger for a putter is pretty much everyone's nightmare currently. So I think that we could redesign that. 6 discs, maybe a little bit more friendly, but I thought it would have been so cool to go back and play with like the discs that an accurate explorer, single attribute, like glide musket.
That'd be fun, man.
Like glide recoil. Recoil being probably like the fastest disc I'd put in everyone's bag. It would be really cool. So
throwback bag, yeah, I like that.
Throwback bag. Hey, there it is, Reese. Throwback bag.
6 disc bag, dude. Let's do it.
6 disc throwback bag. So we're gonna have some fun. Isn't that Memorial Day? It's a holiday? Even better. There we
I'm gonna
go,
be there, bro.
ladies and
Let's
gentlemen. You can come, you can hang out, we're gonna have some fun. But for now, have a great night, everyone. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you, Reese. We will catch y'all next time. See you soon.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. Later.